Okay, let's talk about results. Results from outer work, results from inner work, results from outer and inner work, right? Being able to do both very well. So, what produces high quality work on the outside, like results? And how do we get into a nice rhythm with both outer and inner work? Well, on the outside, if we're going to, create something on the outside and produce good results, we need to, think about frequency, duration, and intensity, right? Intensity of focus, right? Like you want to not be distracted and really focus, for periods of time. And you need duration. You need to like really apply yourself for regular periods of time with your attention on what needs to be on in order to get results. And the frequency, so how often are you going to show up, how long how long the periods are, and then the level of intensity and the quality of intensity during that time with no distractions, right? Those are the three variables for good outer work. And if they're the duration, in other words, you're doing it for fairly good chunks of time, and you're also, the intensity is nice and high, and you're doing it regularly, frequently, your attention is going to be on that, and it's naturally going to start to shape and create results on the outer. You're going to produce good results, right? If you're distracted, or you don't have the quality of your intensity, or your focus is just all over the place because you're distracted, and you're trying to do three things at once, and so all of those things are variables in producing good quality outside work. This is something you already know. Well, guess what? It's exactly the same on the inside. You need to show up regularly. You need to put in your time, in doing the inner work, and you need to also then do it frequently enough and intensely enough that it starts to get traction. So what do we mean by that inner work? So you can simply, if for the outside results, you know that whether it's money, or whether it's accomplishment like a status, or you want to get a gold medal or an Emmy or something like that, or you really want to put a lot of energy into family, or growing a nonprofit organization, or have an entrepreneurial side hustle turn into something grander, more of a full-time commitment, turning pro kind of approach. You're going to do all that on the outside, but the inside, we're talking about aliveness. We're talking about a vitality and intimacy, a prosperity, like a prosperous conditions. We're talking about awakening, right? So the results that we want are kind of to fully step into a meaning and purposeful life that that you can rest into, and at the same time be fully alert from. But also, if your result might be to be even more present than you have ever been before. You may have a lot of the bells and whistles on the outside, but you don't have a lot of presence, or you have a lot of judgment, or you have a lot of old family stories that are pushing you around and driving you crazy and pushing your buttons. And so the results are, can be psychological, can be spiritual, can be a combination of both. It can be that you just want to change your story and reauthor your life into something a story that really fits for you, right? Like what are we going to do for the next 30 years? What would I like to commit myself to in the next 30 years that I can feel proud of, that allows me to arrive in a place where I'm that village person that I want to be. And right now I'm not, and so I want those results. So you could work on the outside, you can work on the inside. The inside kind of changes the quality of our work. The outside is more like, let's just get stuff done, right? And so if you put the two together, you have a nice rhythm, quality and quantity. Doing is masculine energies. Energy is not masculine gender. Inner is feminine energies, more the inner feelings, right? So the quality of your doing changes. Put two together, you have that beautiful becoming energy. This all makes sense to you, right? So are we in the business of becoming more us, becoming even more awake than we are? Are we in the business of producing more on the outside, but also creating a much more qualitative work, something that we're, just reeks of more compassion and love and joy, and that's all over our doing, and is it also that something we're very proud of, that represents who we are, even though other people don't necessarily agree on it? So inner and outer results together is kind of like you being fully expressed, creatively, or in your work, or in your village, or in your creative practice of music or art or what have you. So in the end, we're talking about high quality work. We need to create, I would suggest, an inner and outer rhythm, just the way I was taught. I'm not asking you guys to agree or suggesting that this is the only way, but sometimes when we're able to put the time into meditation and good self-care, and remember our pyramid of self-care, and we have cardio at the bottom. We've got to move the body, right? The body's been used to doing a lot of back work over its lifetime of, the generations of lifetimes that we've had. If you think about evolutionary biology, we've been moving, right? So we need to move the body somehow. We need to eat well, we need to sleep well, we need to do all those things. But we also, at the top of the pyramid, you think about the mind, right? So we're like a pyramid, right? Like I'm the base of the pyramid is my legs in the ground, grounded, doing what I need to do to keep this puppy healthy and happy. Mind has got a good focus. It's a focus on what makes sense. It's on track. We're on our way to Freedom Mountain, whatever that is for you. Good results on good, money and vitality and intimacy and prosperity and all of that. But it's also focused on bringing the quality of our life, bringing the quality, these inner qualities of compassion, love, and joy to our life, right? And we do that by doing inner work. And inner work can be done by, yes, the self-care pyramid, and yes, deep meditation or artwork or self-expression of some kind, playing music, writing. It can be done that way. So we start to bring some of that inner voice, those inner tones, those inner textures, those inner colors and shades out. And so good self-care is the cardio at the bottom, or running and swimming and biking, and having a good focus so we know what we want to do. We've made our decision. We're going after that, and we're going to be mindful about that as well. We're going to bring a certain level of good quality to that we have our attention on, or that is our goal. But we also now want to bring our heart. The heart is like where we have that vision for our life. We have a dream for our life. And the body gets the legs on that dream, but the mind makes sure that we interpret it well, but also serve it really well so that we can answer that call. And then we go after it, all right? We decide that, this is in my heart of hearts what I really want to do. I want to play Rachmaninoff at the London, with the London Philharmonic, right? Or I want to be able to paint like Picasso, so I want to be able to go to school and do that. Or I want to be able to work really hard to create millions of dollars so I can, look after my family and give lots of it away. Whatever that vision is in here, our mind needs to serve that, our body needs to serve that. And then we start then buckling down with good quality and quantity work so we get results, right? We want those results on the outside. And even for those of you like me who have started with a lot of trauma, a lot of challenge, or you've got stories or you've got experiences that you need to give up because they're weighing you down, that's part of the inner work, right? Doing your therapy, doing your spiritual practice, doing your creating an irresistibly delicious context for you to thrive and come alive so that you can change the quality and intensity and duration of the work. You can bring the frequency up because you're in good shape, right? You're eating well, you're sleeping well, you're not living on sugar. Anyway, just wanted to say that there's the outer work is also the inner work. It's the same principles. To get both going, beautiful stuff, right? So that's a dance. I want you dancing. This is my offering for you guys. I love for you guys to step into it. If you need a hand, give me a shout. Bye for now.